Carolina or Colorado or Des Moines, okay, we need to have a commission set up of a cross-section of Americans. We need to have a few police people, some academics, some students, some just plain people off the street from different sections of the country. Let them sit and look at all the evidence in the open with subpoena powers and figure out what happened, so that we don't have another light at the end of the tunnel of Vietnam, or another lousy Warren Commission that met behind closed doors, heard secret testimony, came out and then proclaimed a scenario that did not even jive with their own material in their 26 volumes. We need an oversight committee, and while we're there, not only on special crimes and special events and, you know, big tragedies, but just, we need them overseeing the FDA, which is now in the pocket of Monsanto and the drug companies. We need them overseeing the drug FDA. We need them overseeing the DEA. California and Colorado have already legalized medical marijuana, and by the way, I understand Colorado now has seen traffic fatalities drop 47%. Is that because you smoke a little dope, you don't want to get out and drive anything? And if you do, it's you're watching what you're doing. I guarantee you, I've seen the studies. I'd rather be on the road with somebody high on pot than somebody drunk on alcohol. And I'd rather be on the road with either of those rather than somebody trying to text. To see the bumper sticker said, honk if you love Jesus, text if you want to meet him real soon. No more cover-up. Oversight. All right. 10th Amendment. Everything not specifically delegated to the federal government belongs to the state and hence to us, the people. And what are the two obligations of the federal government? There's only two. Coin and regulate money, provide for the common defense. It's that simple, folks. And provide for the common defense, that shouldn't even be any big deal, okay? We need to keep one division, mobile infantry that can be airlifted somewhere, some hot spot if we have to, and so then a cadre of electronic technicians that know how to launch missiles and operate satellites and stuff, and that's about the only military we should have. Because the only thing we should be concerned ourselves with is an invasion of the United States. And with nuclear weapons, that's not going to happen. Because unlike World War II, where they would assemble huge armadas of ships and landing craft and then land on the beaches in North Africa and D-Day and Okinawa and Saipan and all of that. Soon as you congregate all that massive force, one nuke, boom, they're gone. Okay? It ain't gonna work. Besides that, I don't know how many of you all know this, but right after Pearl Harbor, the Japanese General Staff was ecstatic. They said, we pretty well knocked out their Pacific Fleet. Let's go and invade the west coast of America. And I believe it was Admiral Yamamoto, one of the architects of the Pearl Harbor raid, who cautioned, no, we don't want to do that. He said, the Americans are too well armed. There would be a gun behind every blade of grass. And he's right. There are at least as many guns in this country as there are people. And if somebody landed at Corpus Christi or Galveston or landed on the East Coast or West Coast, I guarantee you we'd all be down there with our shotguns and rifles and everything else. Ain't gonna happen, folks. So why do we have this huge military? Because they are the security force of the corporations. And that's why we are fighting in all these places across the country. Posse Comitatus. Anybody know what that means? All right. At the end of the Civil War, actually about 1879, because of Reconstruction, the people, not only in the South, but in the North, realized what a hassle, what a pain there was, how much corruption there was in a military police state. So they passed the Posse Comitatus Act, which states the U.S. military cannot be used to police the civilian population of the United States. Now that sounds strange to you because they're doing it anyway. And the way they're getting by, and first they got by with it at Waco, and in the wake of 9/11 by just sending troops in. And everybody was so thankful that maybe they're protected against the terrorists, they didn't say anything. All right? But then cooler heads began to say, hey, you're violating Posse Comitatus. So what are they doing now? What they're doing now is instead of occupying this country with military troops, they're militarizing the police forces. And Homeland Security is using your tax money to send them armored cars, tanks, all kinds of stuff. And the police, that's fine with them. They get a lot of money, a lot of good, neat toys to play with. Years ago, when I'm working for the Star Telegram over in Fort Worth, the Fort Worth Police approached the city council and wanted some funding so they could buy a flamethrower. I went to one of the chiefs and I said, well, what do you need a flamethrower for? And honest to God, he said, crowd control. That's the mentality, folks. It's up to us to put a stop to this, okay? Think about it. It used to be serve and protect. And now they got helmets and Kevlar and machine guns and tanks, okay? Did you ever wonder about on these highways leading in and out of Dallas? It used to be 4-lane divided with a nice little grassy medium strip, you know? And then the next thing you know, they put in a little strip of concrete. I'm thinking, oh, this is cool. They got a bicycle path. And then they come in and put those steel posts with steel cable. Either that or those concrete dividers. What's with that? We're broke. We don't have money to be putting all that on all the highways. Why are they doing that? Has anyone noticed that we have a huge problem with people making U-turns out on the freeway? No. Those are there so when they lock down the city and you're approaching that police checkpoint, you can't turn around and go back. They're going to shut everything down and every city's going to become a FEMA camp. We've already talked about the dope. Let me tell you something, we're very close now to having legalized marijuana. How do I know that? Because the U.S. government has now got the patent on medical marijuana. They got a patent on it, but you can't have it. Now, here's the catch-22. Researchers go to the DEA and say, we want to study the medical benefits of pot. And the DEA says, no, you can't do that because it's classified as a Class A narcotic. So you can't get a license to study it, okay? Well, then they say, well, let's reduce it from a Class A to a Class B and a little less because nobody's ever died from an overdose of pot. And the DEA says, no, we can't reduce it because there's not enough medical experimentation and evidence. Can you spell catch-22? This is the kind of crap that we're living under. Nobody even pays attention because they're too busy watching American Idol or whatever. Do away with hate crimes. What do you mean, hate crimes? Come on. There's either crimes or there's not. You can't stop people from hating. What you can stop them from doing is hateful things. If somebody beats somebody, attacks somebody, okay. But to say, oh, well, he said something. Besides that, we all know that we shouldn't be using the N-word, right? I mean, that's just a no-no. They say, well, you know, it hurts my feelings and I don't like that, says the minorities, and I can understand that. And I'm perfectly willing. I say, that's it. I'm going to scratch that from my vocabulary and it offends them. And I don't want to offend anybody. I'm never going to say that again. But then I turn on my TV, my satellite, and here's some black comedian. And it's all he ever says. Wait a minute. And more. And you know, the hypocrisy of it all is just incredible. No. Do away with hate crimes. And we need to stop being the arms merchant of the world. We sell arms and everybody. This whole thing with Syria. They're not asking the proper question. The proper question is, who actually used the gas? And I think it's the best evidence seems to indicate it was the rebels. And they were, yeah. And the next question is, well, where did they get it? They got it from Saudi Arabia, who's supporting the Sunnis. And then where did Saudi Arabia get it? They don't manufacture chemical warfare and gas. They got it from us. They're old buddies, okay? And then, of course, I'm sure you all know about the ATF thing and the guns.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, yeah, thank you, okay? So, what are we doing? Pharmaceutical reform. Speaking of, the most abused prescription drug in America is Prozac. The major ingredient in Prozac is sodium fluoride. Sodium fluoride was not discovered, but the Nazis discovered sodium fluoride. If a little bit is put in the water, it will keep you pacified and dumbed down. So they put it in the water of the concentration camps. Well, don't laugh, because Dallas has put it in your water.
Zombie Nation.
That's right, zombied everybody out, okay? It's incredible. Now, by the way, the sarin gas that they're claiming that the Assad has used on the Syrians, primary ingredient is sodium fluoride. All right, so now wait a minute. If we're going to start bombing leaders who use sodium fluoride on their own citizens, I guess we're going to have to start with the White House. And we know that we need to stop Codex Amelia, which is, if you don't know about it, study up on it. I won't even go into that. But this is where eventually you're going to have to go to your doctor, pay for a doctor's visit to get a prescription to get some vitamins. And look what they're doing to us. Chemtrails, vaccines, GMO food, the fluoridation of the water. You know there's more than 100 microbiologists who all met untimely deaths. What do they know? Or what are they going to know when the pandemic hits? And here's the very people who can tell us what it is, where it came from, and what we need to do about it, but no, they're all been taken out. We better start waking up. Oh boy. The Obama healthcare plan. Holy cow. I won't even go to that. Surely y'all are aware of that. All I'm going to say is it's like, you know, the government took over General Motors. So by telling you that you have to have the Obama's health care plan, and if you don't, you're going to be fined, that's like saying you have to buy a Chevrolet. If you don't buy one, we're going to fine you. Does that make any sense? Is that American way to do things?
Yeah.
It should be. It should be. Here we go. Kill for peace. Now, we already talked Iraq too, you know. Now, here's what kills me is that first off, Obama says, well, I'm exerting executive privilege, and I say we're going to go bomb Iraq, and everybody's going, no, no, no. And the polls show anywhere from 65 to 95% of the public says no. And finally, I think he kind of got caught up a little bit, particularly because in England, they actually had a vote in the House of Commons and said, no, we're not going to do that, even though Tony Blair was pushing it, okay? So Obama then had to take a step back. He said, well, okay, I'm going to ask Congress for a resolution. Well, everybody goes, yay. See, he's okay. He's asking for a resolution. But then what did he say? Then he said, if they vote against me, I reserve the right to go ahead and do it anyway. That sounds like a dictator to me. My motto is anything that's not voluntary is tyranny. And are we a nation of law, or are we a lawless nation? Well, I hate to tell you, we're a lawless nation. We really are. Because what is applied to some person on the street is not applied to people in power. The financial debacle of 2008, millions of people have lost millions and trillions of dollars. Many have lost their homes. And who has been put on trial? Who's been called on the carpet? Who's been fired? Who's been demoted? Who's gone to jail? Nobody but Bernie Madoff, and that was simply because he was ripping off the ripoff. So just remember, see, it's not fascism when we do it, but it is. Sometimes I think that we're in a position right now today, we're just in the same position as those Germans in 1938. Everybody's going, yeah, we're the king of the world. We're going to make peace all over the world, you know. And a little handful of people are going, wait a minute, these Nazis, I don't know, there's something funny here. We shouldn't be giving them all this power and they're doing this, but oh, no, you're just unpatriotic. It's all the same deal. In fact, history just rolls right around. Look, when Hitler took over in early 1933, Germany was a republic, the Weimar Republic, had a constitution, the whole thing, okay? Within a couple of months, the Reichstag, their parliament, caught fire. He blamed it on terrorists. Now it turns out the Nazis said it themselves. Okay, and then he ran through the Enabling Act, just like the Patriot Act, and called for gun confiscation and registration, called for detention centers, which quickly evolved into concentration camps, which consolidated the German police constabulary into what became the Gestapo. Does that sound familiar? Hello, here we are in 9/11, okay? Patriot Act, Military Commissions Act, Homeland Security. We're just going through it all over again, and here we are shouting in the wilderness. But you can find out all you need to know from my book, The Terror Conspiracy, or The $1 Trillion Conspiracy, or Rule by Secrecy. He's another one I've got that'll tell you what's going on, or The $1 Trillion